Stoicism is characterized by a rejection of pleasure as the standard of human happiness and human felicity. Stoicism takes the position that the wise man, the good man, the philosopher, is a man who lives in accordance with nature. He fears only abdicating his moral responsibility. He is not afraid of pain. He is not afraid of death. He is not afraid of poverty. He is not afraid of any of the vicissitudes of the human condition. He fears only that he should let himself down and that he should be less than a complete human being.
Don't be upset by the results you didn't get from the work you did not do. Don't be upset. I don't want you to be upset. I don't want you to be angry. I want you to be like, I didn't get the results because I didn't do the work. I didn't show up on time. I didn't do what I said I was going to do. I hit the snooze button. I made an excuse. I didn't make adjustments. Don't be upset with the results you didn't get because of the work you didn't do.
Take complete responsibility for your life. This means owning everything, including things that happen to you. When your classes suck, remember who decides if you drop out. When a friend treats you poorly, remember who decides if they stay in your life.
Look at the car he's driving, look at the watch he's wearing, look at the girl he's with. That's unattainable to many people, so it seems like it's valuable, but then you attained it, and then you realized, oh, this is not valuable, this is just difficult to get. And there's a difference, there's a big difference. What's valuable is something that fulfills you intellectually, emotionally, spiritually, and lovingly. So what I learned from this was most smart people realize that there is value in stepping outside of their comfort zone and doing something that's difficult. We're told that worthwhile things are difficult to attain, because if they weren't difficult to attain, they probably wouldn't be worthwhile because everybody could attain them. But this is how non-valuable but difficult things get slipped into our desires without us noticing. So attaining something worthwhile is often going to be difficult, but just because it's difficult doesn't mean that it's worthwhile.
It's time for you to look inward and begin asking yourself the big questions. Is it your own destiny, or is it a destiny someone else has tried to force on you? Who are you? And what do you want?
My name is Zuko, son of Ursa and Fire Lord Ozai, Prince of the Fire Nation and heir to the throne.
Sacrifices are necessary.
Air is the element of freedom. The air nomads detached themselves from worldly concerns and found peace and freedom.
You can't gain anything without losing something first. Although, if you can endure that pain and walk away from it, you'll find that you now have a heart strong enough to overcome any obstacle. Yeah, a heart made full metal.
Promise yourself that you will not ever be a failure. I don't care if you're on your deathbed and you're dying and it hurts and anything, you have to promise yourself before you get there that you are not going to go home a loser. I would rather die than acknowledge to myself that I'm that loser. And if you think you could have done more, you're a loser.
Life is great. The sky is blue, the grass is green, and life is absolutely wonderful.
Mama, we got us a Lifetime Achievement Award. Thank you.
But everyone out there whose dreams are scaring you, whose dreams make you want to quit, just don't quit. That's good. Your dreams should be big. They should be scary. Just keep pushing through. I have this thing I say, champion mentality. It's not about winning. It's not about a trophy. It's about having no quit. It's about giving everything you have so that
arms is or how much I can bench press in the gym. You know, it's not about how you look, it's about connecting with someone.
In my restless dreams, I see that tone, Silent Hill.
What would I tell my 21-year-old self? I would say ask her out. No matter who she is, whether she's a job or a new city or a actual person. You know, whether she's an opportunity or a fear. You know, if you're afraid of heights, ask her out. Hey, Heights, what you doing tonight? You know, like whatever she is, man, ask her out. And man, I just, if I could go back to that moment and just not be afraid, just recognize that look, whatever could be out there, I could have it.
Isn't it about time you become that person you knew you always could be? How do you do that? You break the fucking mold, guys. You get the fuck out of bed when it's cold, when it's early. You do something away from the normality of what you've been doing. What I mean by that is, yeah, get up at 4 in the fucking morning one day. Just one day. And go for a fucking run. Commit to one day. And see how you feel. You can't talk it all the time. You gotta walk it. Commit to one day. Try it. See how it feels. Getting up that fucking early when everyone else is asleep. Or it's that cold. When everybody else says, no, this is not comfortable. We shouldn't do this. You say, yes, motherfucker, I'm gonna introduce myself to it. You grow up here, everything comes together. You're dumb up here, forget about it. You're gonna be a servant of the world, man. You're part of society, man. You're that cattle going to slaughterhouse. Wondering what happened is your head's about to get chopped off. It's not valuing today, it's investing today for tomorrow's betterment. And that's what we're fucking doing here. Smart. Mindset first. Mind controls this shit. If we don't know what the fuck we're doing, and we're just going through it because this person's doing a ball fade, and we're just going through the motions, you're always gonna end up fucking average and middle of the beat. Everything you want in life, you can have. You can have all your wants in life. But not 1 second before you stop making excuses for not having what you want. Choices we make, our character is defined by the choices we make on a moment-to-moment basis. It all adds up to the win. And don't give me that shit. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, it's how you play the game, all that bullshit. If that was so true, then why are there scoreboards? Why do people give a shit and keep score of anything? Fuck that, man. There comes a day where being average, being mediocre is just sickening to you. It's just sickening. It makes you want to throw up because you've seen people with far less talent than you. As you're growing up with them, their childhood buddies, whatever else, they didn't have what you had. Yet now they're fucking to become something that you haven't. There comes that day. It's either when you're young, you know, and it strikes you on the baseball field because you're sick of striking out, or it's when you get fired from your 5th job, you know, and your wife and kids are on your ass because you don't know how to support them anymore. There comes a fucking day where push comes to shove. Where being mediocre, being like average and shit just fucking burns. It sucks so much. You can't deal with it one more day. And you get off your fucking ass and you create something that's always been there. It's always been inside of you trying to come out. But you've never wanted to unwrap it because it's too much fucking pain and commitment. They say the greatest achievement of somebody comes right after their worst defeat. When they've hit rock bottom, hit the bottom of the barrel, they got nothing left. Everyone's given up on them. They've lost all their worldly possessions. They're dead broke on their back. What the fuck is your life? Are you happy with it? And if so, is just the intake and outtake of breath that makes you put a smile on your face? That's something your fucking mother gave you. You haven't earned that. What have you done with your life?
Fucking loser if you don't. I can't leave the gym. You won. You fucking won. You walk out here today, no, you've won. Imagine walking out the door a loser. I'd rather die. I would rather die than be...
Don't get so overloaded with the temporary pain of the situation. Think past the pain to the pride that pain creates. You know, the pain in there felt equates really to the peace and joy tomorrow.
That natural high you feel as you sit there after hard work, the pain you felt. Now, a few seconds later, pride. You said you were going to do it, you did it, and you exceeded your expectations. Even though your body was shutting down, maybe your partner, whoever it was, pushed you past those 3 or 4 reps, and you did it. Now you sit there, triumphant.
I got 90 days to make it right. I can't blow off today's responsibility to tomorrow because I lose 1/90th a chance to cross that finish line of the marathon, to get on stage and have a chance of winning it, to create a dream into reality. I got 1/90th a chance today. I can't blow it up. I got accountability today. Death is the ultimate accountability. It's only fearful if it comes and you're not ready yet. That's when it's fearful. When you haven't been able to say goodbye to somebody. When you didn't live in the moment with a friend or a loved one or family member. And you no longer have time to let them know what you think. That's when it becomes scary.
Chase your dreams, man. Do that thing, man, that keeps you up at night. That's what you got to chase. Because anything else, it's gonna disappoint you.
Never apologize for being obsessed. Pull an all-nighter, finish a book in one sitting, run a marathon without training. Extreme goals require extreme action. So let the craft consume you. Because a healthy obsession is a gift disguised as a curse.
I would train like every day look better and better. I'm in the mirror, I'm scared of myself in the mirror. I was so hurt and so baffled that this girl could do this to me. I decided to take all that energy and put it into the gym.
The reason that I feel like it worked out for me, obviously a part of it's just like circumstance, luck, etc., variables that you can't put into account for. But I feel like the primary component is just an absolutely undying, burning desire to have it happen. And I feel like that applies like anywhere. Because if you truly want to succeed and do something, you're going to pave your own path and you're going to figure out how to do it. And almost one way of looking at it, the people that ask, oh, how do I build more muscle, or how do I build a business, or how do I make more money, what books I should read, they're not actually that serious about those pursuits. They want to be serious about those pursuits, and them asking those questions is them psychologically deceiving themselves into feeling like they're attaining something. In reality, they don't actually want it bad enough, because if they did want it bad enough, they wouldn't just be mentally masturbating, asking the questions. They would have the sufficient level of motivation to actually actualize it in the real.
You know you need to go to the gym. You know you need to start this business. You know you need to read this book, but you don't do it. Why? Why don't you do it? Not, oh, I didn't do it today. No, why didn't you do it? Why did you cave to the nonsensical bullshit in the perspective that you're above the grind, you're above the work, you're above the consistency? Because these are the things that are holding you back. We understand that consistency compounds. I've said this once and I'll say it again.
So what do you want? Supercar? Brick house? You want to rule this city? Well, you ain't getting anywhere without an upgrade.
Because this is the moment you realize something inside you is broken and it can never be fixed.
You have to look in that mirror and know there's so much more in here, man. Because I can literally right now be a 300-pound guy spraying for cockroaches still to this day. If I did not look in that mirror and say, there has to be more to this. This can't be it.
Turn your feelings off when it comes down to you wanting to be better. What that means is when that alarm clock goes off, your feelings gotta go away. If you want to achieve greatness. Greatness is only achieved when your feelings about that kind of shit. I'm talking about your fucking family, all that shit. I'm talking about the grind, the fucking grind. Your feelings have to go away.
When you have butterflies and you're feeling anxious, that's when you're most powerful, I believe. A lot of people, instead of homing this power, they allow it to just consume them. a big challenge or big pressure is like a fire. It's like a raging fire. Either you can allow this fire to consume you and just take you over completely, or you can gain control of this fire and harness it, and you blow it right at your opponent.
But I'm not like the others. I don't always like what I have to do. But I know I have to be the one to do it. I've given up too much to stop now.
Should I spend a weekend in Vegas? I'm living inside a moment, not taking pictures to save it. I mean, how could I forget? My memories never faded. I can't relate to these haters. My enemies never made it. I am still here with who I started with. The game needed life. I put my heart in it. I blew myself up. I'm on some martyr shit. Carry the weight for my city like a cargo ship. I'm 23 with a money tree. Growing more too, I just planted 100 seeds. It's ironic cause my mother was a florist, and that's how she met my pops, and now my garden is enormous. It's happened in Penny Lane, just like you said. I avoided the coke game and went with Sprite instead. That's word to the millions that they putting up. I'm trying to do better than good enough.
What am I afraid of? This is supposed to be what dreams are made of, but people I don't have the time to hang with always look at me and say the same shit.
They say,
you promised me you would never change. You promised me you would never change.
Am I wrong for making light of my situation? Clap on when 40 got some shit for me to snap on. Now that I'm on, I don't really wanna worry about getting back on. I'm just trying to stay on, get my fucking buffet on. I heard they just moved my grandmother to a nursing home, and I be acting like I don't know how to work a phone. But hit redial, you see that I just called some chick I met at the mall that I barely know at all. And plus this woman that I mess with unprotected, texted saying she wish she would've kept it. The one that I'm laying next to just looked over and read it. Man, I couldn't tell you where the fuck my head is. I'm holding on by a thread. It's like I'm high right now, the guy right now. And you could tell by looking in my eyes right now that nothing really comes as a surprise right now, cause we just having the time of our